everyone. Thanks for tuning in here today. I'll introduce you to Starfield's Starborn Powers, all 24 of them. These powers are like what a lot of games refer to as magic and are gained by going through the main quest. As you see the screenshot, you might notice that they are either level 4, 5, or 6. This indicates how many times you improve the power by going through the New Game Plus. Now, I'm in my 6th game, but in past games, the quest related to getting the powers ended early, causing me not to be able to level up a certain power or two. Very frustrating. So that's why there are some that are still at level 4. Now, I should be able to still be able to get those to level 5 during this playthrough. If they were all at level 10, the highest they can go, then the effects would be maxed out in whatever applicable way. As I've played along in Starfield, I've generally only used a few powers that I deemed useful or fun, but as I went through the powers more for this video, I've come to realize that some are more useful than I thought, and I wish I had used sooner. Still, some just don't seem that worthwhile. However, maybe you could use some of these to make a unique or different character for role-playing purposes. One of the issues with the powers is that out of the perks and attributes you can select for in Starfield, they are the most cumbersome during play. Perks that you get from leveling up are either simply part of your character or are used while using your scanning device. You can't favorite powers to the D-pad or in any other way for easy access. And to be honest, that's one reason why I hadn't paid as much attention to them as I guess I could have. To apply or change a power, you have to open your interface screen, then open the power screen, and then find the power, which isn't that easy since they aren't named. That's right, you have to remember which is which or slowly go over each one to find what you're looking for. I still don't have all of their locations memorized. Okay, let's get to it. As you can see, there are 3 rings of powers to choose from, and no, the powers don't seem to be arranged in any helpful way. Except for 2 sets of 2 powers I'll be doing together, I'm going to work around the inner ring first, then go to the middle ring and finish with the outer ring. Okay, we're starting out with the anti-gravity field, which is lots of fun because your enemies become, where they can't do anything. Here I'm just scanning. I want to scan these crabs, which I already know are aggressive. And things are cool, but then they decide that I'm not cool being there. So I'm going to use the anti-gravity field. Oh, there's one there. He snuck up on me. Whee! So it's lots of fun. Anything obviously getting caught in it, same thing's going to happen. So it's really useful if you have lots of enemies. So they're all floating around disabled, obviously. And this clip was funny, I thought, because of this line of crabs coming, like they coming in a row here, or a line, a queue. So the anti-gravity field, it's pretty at nighttime. You can see all the little colors. Most of the time when I do it, it seems during the day, it's not as pretty. I'm not shooting much here. It's kind of funny. I'm just like watching them, I guess. I knew I was going to do this video. Use this clip for the video. And my other followers, I have 2 of them right now, are doing a good job shooting them. Create vacuum. Now this is a very sadistic one, and I never used it. I kind of forgot about it because it's kind of specific which one to use it for. This isn't a good example. I wish I had a better example for you. Obviously, creating a vacuum, it's a place where people can't breathe, or not animals mostly. Your human enemies are going to be able to breathe in their suits. So it's for animals. This thing keeps flying in and out, so it just slowly dies. I never attack it myself. So on another planet, I encountered one time, very rare instance of very aggressive little bugs that were also poisonous. That would have, this would be perfect for that situation because they really were like hurting. There's a lot of them at one time. So that would be good for that situation. Creator's Piece. This is a fun one for human enemies. Makes them drop their weapons and not fight. So, you know, it's useful in general. It doesn't last forever. Probably if you're level 10 or the power is at level 10. I'm really not sure how long it lasts, but it's going to last longer. But it's also good to use like if you're playing a character that doesn't want to kill people, because you can use diplomacy, which is great if you're get it to the max level. It makes them stop fighting forever, you know, unless they get hit. But not all of them do it. Like it works like 75% of the time or something. So in this case, then you could use this because it always works. Earthbound is for places that don't have gravity. So it can be really useful. It is fun to fly or, you know, float around in anti-gravity, but it can be annoying when you're trying to collect things or fight enemies. So obviously in those two situations, this is really neat to have. You see the things floating around. There's no gravity here. And it was really bright in there. It was kind of fun. It's usually not that bright looking. I have another little example here coming up. I'm collecting things. Much nicer than floating around trying to collect something as small as a cred stick there, which is floating. Believe me. I'm sure if you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about. Floating bodies. I'm floating again now too. So, cast it, now I'm walking. Elemental Pull. I'm doing that one with Eternal Harvest because they're super quick. Super quick things. And useful. I don't actually collect a lot of plant stuff, but here is a plant. You want to collect something from it, a resource. Obviously, you collect it, and then the resource is gone. But the Eternal Harvest makes it come back immediately. So there I picked it. I go to cast it and throw a grenade instead by mistake. And there it is. But I don't need that right now, so I'm just going to leave it. The other is Elemental Pull, where you collect the minerals from the plant, which obviously can be really useful if you're short of stuff and just want to get it quick. You always need aluminum, so place the aluminum, you just can keep casting it. So there I cast it. You can see in the upper right side what it collected. Alien Reanimation, that's necromancy, just for animals though in the game. There's no necromancy for humans. Humanoids in here. And, you know, isn't it cute? Why, I don't know why we can't have pets. I wish we could have a pet at the outpost or something. And there it goes off fighting for me. Poor little guy, he's dead already. Fighting again, gets dead again. That weapon is Elegance, by the way. That's its name. I love that weapon. Hello, buddy. Grav Dash. Now, this is something, I don't know. There's probably players that love this kind of thing. I hadn't played with it. This is just kind of a silly example coming up. I wasn't sure if it might hurt people by, you know, dashing into them. This is what I was doing here. But it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It does increase your damage though otherwise. So like if I think no matter what you're doing, shooting or melee, it increases damage. But I imagine it might be good for doing a melee build. And I have another little clip just showing using it. Just kind of a fun thing. Run, or you can use your jetpack or grab dash if you want. And here's a crab. I'm going to go ahead and dash into him just for fun. Hey, buddy. I don't have a melee weapon out, though. Unrelenting Force. This definitely is one that I use a lot because it's just fun. And it not only can make your enemy go flying away from you, so you don't even have to fight them, it can stun them here. It's going to stun them because they can't go very far. Really useful, super, super fun and useful. I'm on play on Xbox, but I do have the Creation Club mod for it where you can use it in town and not get into trouble. And that's really fun too for characters that are unpleasant, like Nazim in Skyrim. You know, if you had that create vacuum, you might be able to use it in Skyrim. That'd be the one person you do use it on. Human. So here it is again. This guy's they're aggressive. Bye. And he's really aggressive because he's gonna come back. Collect a little something here. There's a cute little bug. Hey, bug. So yeah, here he comes back again for more. Bye. Gravity well. This is a lot like the anti-gravity field, except for it's just more chaotic. It just draws everything into it and creates a swirl instead of things just floating slowly. So I'm doing it here just for fun. This one guy, it's funny, it just keeps going in and out. Obviously, it's not something you want to do normally. I saved it before I did this so I could go back. But because you'll get in trouble. Your followers, like Sam here, is following me. He leaves. Yeah, one of the more fun things in the game. The inner demon is another one of those sadistic ones. It isn't necromancy. It creates a duplicate of your enemy to fight for you. So that person was shooting at me, that lady, and now she has herself fighting her. And she ends up killing herself. Isn't that great? Here's just another example of it. You just point at the person like you're shooting, and it works. It does just work. At first I wasn't sure how to use it. I don't know why, but it's not hard. All right, so Life Forced. Now this is the vampiric one. To me it doesn't work that well. I guess because it's got a double thing going on, so it's not going to do a lot of damage because it's giving you the buff as well. Now there you couldn't see it giving me health because I was at full health. But that's what it does. It takes their health and gives it to you. I could only, I think, use it twice there, right? And in this clip, again, I can only use it twice at this level. I think it's level 4. So not real high up yet. But still, out of all the things you can use, why bother? Because you can just put your health stuff on the D-pad and heal yourself super quick with that. So it's the kind of thing, it just, if you like using it, you could use it. Moon form. This turns you into a rock so that you cannot be damaged. And you can't do anything either except for heal yourself. I had another clip that Xbox didn't record it. I don't know why. I was annoyed because it was funny that the chameleon glitched out, and when I was in moon form, I was also invisible. So yeah, there's the thing attacking me, no damage. I can't move though. I can't attack it. You can move around like that to see, but otherwise you can't do anything else except for heal. So that was funny about the other clip that didn't get. This one, I'm doing this because a second one, because obviously it also, you could use it for anti-fall damage thing. Jump, I'm gonna jump from high here, cast it, and it does no fall damage. You don't take any damage falling. And there, it's weird. You do look like the moon. I call it moon form, and they make you look like the moon until it's over. Parallel self. That's a fun one. I use it relatively frequently. In this clip, I have the monster outfit on, so I thought that would be fun. Here we're fighting these bugs. And I got my parallel self there, fighting the bugs. Sometimes they seem pretty good, like and assertive or aggressive or whatever, and other times they don't, so I don't know what's with that. These bugs are, yeah, they're something. Oh, she got damaged bit or something. Bye-bye bug. Jeez. Particle beam's pretty good. It's just like using, you know, an energy weapon. It seems it works about the same. I mean the damage, so you'll see here in a second. This NPC is level 24, and it takes just over 2 hits. So if I was a little higher level on this, it definitely would have got him in 2 hits. Works fine. Now the personal atmosphere, I have never used this once for anything. There's never any quest where I felt like I needed to use it. I don't know what the point of using it outside especially is, because it wears off. You have to keep doing it. So you can see my follower there has a spacesuit on. This is not a nice place to be without a spacesuit. So I don't know. I'm not sure what the point of this one is. Unless you just like to try to walk around in bad environments. That would be funny for some places, I suppose, making a video. I'm not sure at level 10 how long it lasts. They're wore off, so now I'm getting damaged. Okay. Phase time. That's pretty fun. You know, some people really like this thing, kind of thing, where it slows down time. Now, I have a knife or something going on here, so you can't see it, though, with this spacesuit. Or, yeah, the monster suit is a weak spacesuit. It wore off, and I'm having a really hard time defeating this person with my level of melee skill. Although I actually took a potion, or you don't call it that in this game. I took a buff. Okay, and someone's shooting at me. I'll get to you, lady. I don't know why there's so many women fighters in this game, in any game generally. So now we go to her. I'm going to cast it again. And she just takes one hit, man. She's down. You can see now how much slow it is, how much slower time is. Precognition is interesting in that it actually has two powers. This one, you can see ahead of time what people are how they're gonna respond to you in the dialogues, and this is one I didn't really know how it worked. I don't know why, because I think I did the other thing first, and I thought that was all it did. What I'm going to show you second. This would have been useful for certain things in the past, for me. This is, I don't have it cast yet. There you go, cast it. It shows where they're going to walk, where they're going to move. So there's Sam. He has a little bit of stuff coming out from him. Fairy dust. That creature obviously has no plans of moving. There's a little up ahead, though, or above him. There's something moving up there. So you can see something moving. It wears off. Do it again. You'll see something in a minute here, though. Okay, so now something else is coming. See ahead of time, something's coming at you. It works just as good during the day. I just happen to be in this dark area. It's actually quite bright. Reactive shield is very good. I've used it quite a bit. You can see in that rainbowy looking thing around me. It's super good if you have lots of enemies, of course, shooting at you at once. So, like, I've used it in the Starborn fight at the temple, where, you know, all the Starborn are fighting you. With the Hunter, that's a good place. Of course, there's other times. This place I'm at now, and part of the Shattered Space DLC, if you're lower level, it can be really difficult in a couple areas. The guys are pretty strong. It's funny, I forgot to put it on before, now I'm going to do it, but at least Andreasia says how much she likes it. I will never grow tired of seeing that. Okay, sense star stuff. That's just life detection, that's what that is. That's not here, that's my scope doing that. Orangey feature, but it'll come up here in a second. Actually, I really like this, the way it looks. I thought they did a really neat job with it, and I like using it just to look at it. So now we look down. Oh, there's people there. So it's cool. I have another sample here. This is at a lab on a planet that's permanent, which is rare. And I'm not going to say which one it is, though. You can find out yourself. And there's stuff going on. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Yeah, very neat effect. Now, solar flare, another attack like the particle beam. Very similar. Probably one does more damage against robots or something, and one against living organisms. I would assume the particle beam does more against robots, but you know, I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But any of these, they can hurt your followers too. And here it didn't work because the railing was in the way. Oh, see there, Sam got hit also. And just another example, this thing is level 100. And it works pretty good. For some bizarre reason, that first thing just didn't seem to do anything. But when it does, it wasn't bad. Okay, I'm going to do two at once here. The void form and sunless space. I just happen to do them together here. So right now I'm in chameleon. So you can see when you move, the chameleon goes away. It's only good for just sitting still. But the void form is good no matter what you do. So I'll show myself here in a second. I'm just used to playing first person. So it doesn't, you don't become visible. Try to pickpocket her. She doesn't like it. So I'm like, oh, well, I'll get you then. So then we're going to do the sunless space, which is the same as just freezing them in place. Little ice things blow off. And here's an example of how these things don't work all the way. Obviously, people can see you sometimes if they try. I'm doing the supernova next. Oh, that's cool. As I already said, your powers will hurt your followers, so I don't use this hardly ever. It's really cool, but I usually have a follower, and a lot of times they're pretty close. But here, those people don't seem to be enemies, I guess, to my follower yet. So I'm going to run over there. And plus, when you're jumping like that, your followers don't seem to know where you're at. Oof, this is awesome. Isn't that awesome? This guy almost got eliminated. He had very little health left. So it works quite well. And it's awesome, too. Alrighty. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something. And we'll be happy to see you in the next video. Take care and have fun playing Starfield.